Our next guest needs no introduction. The Guinness Book of World Records acknowledges and has her as the oldest female bodybuilder in the world. She's been a guest on CNN with Anderson Cooper. She's been on Oprah, on Dr. Phil, various programs nationally and internationally. And today, please welcome Ernestine Shepherd. Welcome.
Welcome, Ernestine.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Now, this is the thing. Like, I know before you flew in all the way across the country, you just did a 10K walk.
I certainly did.
So how do you do a 10K walk on day one, and then on day two, you get on the plane, fly 3,000 miles across the country, and you're here today? Where do you get your energy?
Well, first of all, I walk every day. Mm-hmm. So it's just second nature to me. Mm-hmm. So to get out and do that race was a joy. I came back in, I sat down, I rested, then I prepared my clothes to get ready to come here. And as I said, it was second nature to me.
It's second nature. Well, that's, obviously you have the discipline. I mean, what time do you go to bed, first of all, to do what you do?
Well, I go to bed approximately between 8 and 8:30. And then you said one word, the discipline. Mm-hmm. I want you to know that's my mantra. Mm-hmm. Determined, dedicated, disciplined to be fit. And if you use those 3 Ds, mm-hmm. no matter what you are trying to do, you can get it done.
Mm-hmm. I love that. If we're starting with the discipline, right? Yes. I can totally see that you are very organized and everything has mm-hmm. its place, right?
That's so
starting
true.
with the time you go to bed, which has got to be between 8 and 8:30, and everything you do is according to a schedule that you prepare ahead of time in order to be successful, right?
That is so true.
How about dedicated? What means dedication for you?
Well, dedication to me means if you say that you want, I'm going to use walking for instance, if you say that I'm going to set aside a certain time each day to get out and walk, and I make sure I do that because that's one of my Ds. I'm so dedicated to walking that it's second nature to me again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's all about the goals you set, the goals you take in your life, the commitment you do to them, to these goals, and just following with what you put your mind to.
That is so true.
Mm-hmm. That's very beautiful.
Okay. So first of all, you are 86 years of age.
Yes.
86 years. You started exercise at the age of 56. So prior to that, no type of exercise or background or sports related competition. You decided at the age of 56 to start. Tell us about that.
Well, here's what happened. My husband, who was the chairman of the church, mm-hmm. and they were having a church picnic. And of course, I always went around with my sister. She and I always did everything together. So my husband came home and told Velvet, that's my sister, that they were having a church picnic and we should go and purchase bathing suits and get in the pool. We were so excited. We went to the store to purchase these suits. Velvet put her suit on, and I put mine on, and before I could turn around, she would have had the audacity to be laughing. I said, well, you know one thing? I can laugh at you too, because you don't look so good. She said, let's take these suits off. We do not need to go any place embarrassing ourselves in these suits. We took the suits off. However, we went to the church picnic, and we just sat in little chairs around the pool and talked. And while we were sitting there, we heard ladies saying that they went to Coppin College to exercise. So we said, we're going to do that. So in a matter of a week or so, Velvet and I went to Coppin and asked her, could we come in and exercise? He said, yes, you can sign up. But only thing that we do here is we do aerobics. Are you ladies ready to do aerobics? I didn't want to do any aerobics. But to keep up with Velvet, because she said yes, I said yes. So we started doing aerobics.
So you started with aerobics first, but at that time you kind of had a feeling that you wanted to do some weight training? You were interested in strength training and not so much the aerobics initially?
Well, actually, I really didn't want to do anything.
Okay.
You just wanted to look good, right?
That was it. That's all I wanted to do. But Velvet was the one who wanted to start lifting the weights. So whatever she did, I followed her.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next week we started lifting weights, and that's how we started with the weights. However, we only had about 2 days to lift weights at the college, and the other 2 days were aerobics. So Velvet said, we need to go to a gym. So we started at a gym lifting weights there. So then finally, somehow or another, a friend of ours told us about a bodybuilding competition. So we went to this competition. Guess whose competition it was?
Who?
The former Mr. Universe, Yanni Shamburger.
Oh, yes,
okay.
Mr. Universe, Yanni Shamburger.
Yes.
I know Yanni very well.
Oh my.
Yes.
He's something else, isn't
Yes,
he?
he is. Amazing athlete.
Oh, yes.
Amazing pro.
Yes.
So you hooked up with Yanni at the first event. So you went to the show.
Yes.
How did you like the physiques that were presented on stage?
I loved it. I really loved it. But let me tell you something. I was sitting in the audience, and I had on a one-piece outfit and had my heels on, and I was just sitting, trying to be. And out came Yanni Shamburger. He walked over to me and he said, would you like to present my trophies to the winners?
Oh, really?
What do you think I said?
Yeah, he saw a star in the audience, and I'm sure you said yes.
I most certainly did. I went up on that stage. He explained to me how to present the trophies, first place, second place, third place. So after I got that information, there was no stopping me. I was strutting across the stage. I was having a good time. I sort of thought I was one of the
competitors.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that. And then I just said, gee, this is what I want to do.
I see. So from that, you determined that that's something you want to do. He saw a star in you, and did you go up to him, and what was the next step to start the...
You know what? In the beginning, I didn't say anything to him. I just let it go. But finally, I had gone someplace with a guy who was into bodybuilding. So we were at this show, and there was Yanni. And I walked over to him, and I said, I would like to start bodybuilding. Do you think you can help me? He said, yes, I can help you, but you would have to go on a long journey. Are you prepared to go on this long journey? I said, yes, I could do it. I could do it. So finally, he said, what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to write up a program for you, and I want you to follow that. I want you to send me pictures monthly so I can see how your body is changing, and then I'll let you know when I will train with you. So I kept doing that, and finally, that call came to go to his center. I went to his center, and I said to him, I do not want to have real big muscles like a man. I said, I want to remain feminine. He said, have no fear. You don't have that testosterone. The only thing that I'm going to do for you is to tone you up so that when other ladies see you, they too will know that they can achieve the same thing. I said, well, that's fine with me. And we started working. And while I would be in there working, the things that he had me doing, ladies, it wasn't easy. And I said to him, oh, Yanni, you know I'm an old lady. You know I can't do this, I can't do that. He said, Ernie, stop it. You are not an old lady. You are an athlete, and that's who I'm training and what I'm training. So either you're going to do this or you're not. I said, I'll do it.
Okay. So what age did you first step on the stage? You were like in your 70s, right? By this point, you started weight training at 56, exercising, and you step on the stage in your 70s.
In my 70s.
In your 70s.
When did you start having results? Like when did your body start to change in a significant way?
Actually, I noticed about the age of 69, things had begun to change.
Okay.
And the exact age, as I can remember, my great change was when I was 71 years of age. Because, do you know, he had me doing chin-ups. I enjoyed doing it. Yes, he did. Push-ups. When it was time to do push-ups, I wanted to get on my knees. He said, oh, no, you don't. You get down and you do these push-ups like a man. And I went on and did everything that he told me. And I was so pleased and so thankful.
Yeah, matter of
It
fact,
sounds like you joined the army at 71.
yeah. And you know, I was thinking about your travels coming in, right? And normally, you know, you think about, all the things you have to do to prepare when someone's 86 or 80. And I said, you know, she doesn't need a wheelchair. She doesn't need service. If she's doing walking 10Ks, that would be like an insult. Like, for you, how dare, you know, you're not going to let somebody, you're not going to get in a wheelchair and be, you know.
I'm really curious though, what was the age when you could get into that bathing suit though?
When I really felt comfortable to get in the bathing suit, I was about 68 years of age.
That's beautiful.
I really was. And then, speaking of bathing suit, you know the suit you have to wear to doing competition?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yanni took me to this lady to get my suit made. And when she was measuring me and getting the suit together, wow, was it ever skimpy? You know.
Yeah, skimpy.
It was ever skimpy. I said, oh my goodness. And I didn't tell my husband that I was going to have on this skimpy suit to get on the stage. And the day of that show, my husband was sitting out in the audience. He had his hands folded, so religious. He really was so religious, sitting there like that. And Yanni said, Ernie, it's time to come out. And I was peeping at him. I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. He said, it's now or never. The music started playing. I went out there on the stage. I started strutting my stuff. Next thing I knew, I felt so good, I forgot all about my husband.
Oh.
I got down, I did push-ups, I did dips, I did everything. I tell you, I guess Yanni said, let me get her off this stage.
All right. All right. Well, we are going to take a quick break and come back and pick up to get some more of Ernestine Shepard's wisdom. We're back with Ernestine Shepard, oldest female bodybuilder in the world, and we were having a conversation about that competition. And
The first
Nina,
competition.
you had a question.
Yes, I want to know, how did you do in that competition? How many competitors were there, and what was the overall feeling you got out of it?
There were approximately 6 or 7 of us
Okay.
in the competition.
All bodybuilders.
All bodybuilders. And would you believe it? I came in first place.
Yes, congratulations, you won.
I did. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I was really shocked. And Yanni came over to me after everything was over. He said, congratulations.
And your husband?
My husband, he jumped up. He came up and he hugged me.
Okay.
He said, he always called me Teeny. He said, Teeny, I am so proud of you. You did what you said you were going to do. Get on that stage. I didn't think you were going to do it, but you did. So anyway, after that show, it was a matter of months. Yanni had gotten a call from the Guinness Book of World Records. And they told him that they thought I was the oldest female competitive bodybuilder in the world, but they would have to check it out. So Yanni said to me, don't build your hopes up. We don't know. Well, my hopes were built up anyway. So finally, Yanni called me. He said, Ernie, guess what? He said, you're the oldest female competitive bodybuilder in the world.
Wow.
Guess what? I said, what? We are going to Rome. I had never been out of the country in my life.
Wow.
I was so excited to go. Oh my goodness. I packed my clothes, and then I failed to tell you one thing.
Yes.
I had my sister Velvet.
Yes.
And she had inspired me to work out, she and Sylvester Stallone. But anyway, she had died from a brain aneurysm.
Yes.
And she stated that she too wanted to become a bodybuilder. And if anything were to happen to me, to her, she wanted me to continue what she had started. So to keep her quiet, I said, okay, I will. But anyway, she did die, and I kept going on, and now I'm going back to the part where we went to Rome. So we got to Rome, we got off the plane, and when we got off the plane, there was a car waiting for us there. The tag number was, part of it was 316. That was my sister's birthday,
Wow.
March the 16th. Then when we got, oh my goodness, to the hotel, they were playing this song, When You Walk Through a Storm. You ladies know it. You never walk alone. That was her favorite song. And I stood there, and tears gushed in my eyes, and I said, she's here with me. And then I didn't tell Yanni that I carried some of her ashes with me because she was cremated. And when I had a quiet moment, I walked as far as I could and scattered her ashes around in Rome. Her ashes are there in Rome. And I think about that all of the time.
Wow.
And I am so happy that I was able to do that. Now, I'm running my mouth. What else you have to tell
That
me?
story, because we talked about you involved it in the beginning, the same day you guys start working out and deciding that you want to change your life. And shortly, she got sick and passed away. And I believe you said that she said to you at the hospital that you guys were on this quest, this new journey of health and fitness and wellness. And she told you, make sure that you continue on and that you inspire other women. So this is when you're in your, because your sister, you were 56 and she passed away.
When she passed away, she was about 59.
Okay. And so that's what that inspired you.
Yes.
Yes. And so now you're 86.
Is it, do you feel that you have literally carried on her wish? Do you feel that that was her inspiration and her wish, and because you were gifted with the body and with the strength, you could basically carry on and bring it into existence, her desire for health and inspiration and fitness?
Yes, I did think I could do it. And every time I did my workouts, for a long time, I thought about her and I said, I'm doing this because I want to fulfill my promise to you. She gave me a mantra to live by, and I've mentioned it to you: determined, dedicated, disciplined to be fit. And she also stated that age is nothing but a number and you can get fit. And that's what I've been going by all of these years. And all of the people that I train, I tell them the same thing. And you should see them. They work out, they have a ball.
It's true. And then, you know, I cannot stop thinking that basically when I look at you and what we are doing right now, interviewing you, it's actually the result of two women. Right? Two women collaborating together on this project, and here you are with us.
Yes.
That's the story of how everything was initiated and how it developed. I think it's very beautiful. You still didn't touch we didn't touch the first D, determined. What does determined stand for you?
Okay. If you say you're going to do something, now I can't use the word determined to explain what I'm going to say. If you say you're going to do something, you must do it. You can't sit around and say, I'm going to go out and walk, and don't make a move. You've got to put your shoes on, get out there, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whether it's hot, I have done all of this because I'm using the word determined this time, because I am going to get out there and do my walk, because I know that will help me to get fit like I want to be. And then if I'm going to tell someone else to do something, I had better do it myself. So I make sure that I practice what I preach. So I'm determined to get out and walk. I'm determined to train these people. I'm determined to just, first of all, have people happy. You have to be happy to do things. And I tell them that, and I've helped them with that too. And they have helped me too. It's not a one-sided thing. The love that they show me is so wonderful that, gee, I just love hugging everybody. Now, whenever I would go someplace, I felt like I had to reach out and hug everyone. And then with this, when the pandemic came, Yanni says, now, Ernie, you can't be doing all of this hugging. But thank the Lord, it's so much better now. I can hug people because I want them to know that I'm for real. I am really for real in what I'm doing. I really mean that.
Yeah, well, we see it.
Yes.
See it.
It is beautiful the way you explain the determination and the dedication and the discipline. And what I love is that you can really pass that energy of a project, of something that inspires you. You pass this lesson to people when they set up the goal and they go after it and they achieve it. It's not necessarily just achieving it, but it's what it gives you back, right? It gives you that satisfaction, it gives you that self-esteem, that encouragement that you can do. You set your mind on something, you did it, so you are good enough. So that it just wants to give you more and more, so you want to set up more goals, right? So that is the beauty of when your clients or your friends achieve a goal, and then they pass their success and their enthusiasm to you, and then you feel the same energy that you put into them by inspiring them to get there, right?
Yes.
But I'm really curious, because of course you have started on this path a little later in life, right?
Yes.
So I'm really curious, what were some of the hardships or the hard times, some of the exercises or moves, right, or some of the hardest parts of training that you had to put up with, right?
It was really difficult when I started training with the former Mr. Universe, because he trained me differently from the other places I had been.
Right.
And then, gosh, when he put two 30-pound weights in my hands, and he said, Ernie, okay. I said, I can't lift that. He said, there's no such thing as can't. He said, take a deep breath. And then plus he taught me, I'd be lying down on the bench. I have to get my arms up and hold my arms, and then bring them down. Oh, I just enjoyed it. I finally got to 40 pounds.
Wow.
I finally got to press 40-pound dumbbells, and that was wonderful. And then, oh gosh, doing leg exercises. Now that was really difficult because I had a broken ankle and I had to be very careful. But he had a technique that worked very well, that I could get all those beautiful dimples out of my legs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's when you asked about that bathing suit, oh my goodness, I could put it on because my legs looked decent at that time. But before they didn't. But it was really difficult. But every time he told me to do something, I thought about my sister, and then I thought about what I wanted to do, and I just went on and I kept on until I was able to accomplish it. And I was able to bench press, believe it or not, 100 135 pounds.
Oh, right. We know what
Wow.
that is.
I was able, honestly, 135
I know
pounds.
that's such a huge achievement for women. We know what the 135,
Yes.
because that's 245 plates on each side, and that's really exciting for a woman to be
you
on the
talking
bench.
about?
Ain't that something, honey? Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and get some more techniques and talk about your training with Ernestine Shepherd. Back with Ernestine Shepherd, and let's just talk about like your journey as far as you have a book, and I want to see some of the amazing photos. If Aaron can bring that up, bring up those
Okay.
photos. Determined, dedicated, and disciplined. Wow. Wow, look at those photos, look at that. So that's you in the gym. Look at that
Yes.
bicep. And I remember you. I was in, when people were talking about you, I was in Norfolk, Virginia, and you're in Maryland.
Yes.
And I heard about a competition, and there was this lady that got on stage, and she won the show. So that's just impressive. Really impressive.
What do you think it's your strongest body part?
Well, I would say my back.
Okay.
I would really say that because I loved working back. That was just so wonderful.
You love training back.
Yes, yes, I did, and do.
And do. So you're training, what's your training program now? So I know you have clients, you train 5 days a week.
Yes.
You get up at 3 a.m. in the morning, you get started, and you have clients. Tell us about your clientele. Tell us about your workout and what you do today at 86. How does your training, what does it look
I'll start with my training
What does your
first.
training look like?
I train Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Mondays, I train chest and biceps. On Wednesdays, I train shoulders and triceps. On Friday, I train legs, and then what else do I do with the legs and my back? Then Monday, the whole week, I'm out walking or running. That's important to me, and it's just a joy to be able to do these things at the age that I am.
And talking about your workout, did you have any injuries that happened during this time?
Okay, during my workouts with weights, no, I've never had an injury with weights, because I must say that I kept in my mind the way that Yanni Shamburger had trained me, and I know the proper way of training, and I also know the proper way of training others.
And that was so key right there, because I know you have clients, and some of them are in their 80s, 70s. You have some younger than you in their 50s,
yes.
from my understanding, which is
Yes.
very impressive. To be 86, have clients that are 30 years younger than you, and they want what you have, and you're teaching them.
Yes.
So that's very impressive, very impressive. Because here's the thing, your experience, you starting this journey at 56 is very different from when I started my journey, when we started our journeys in our 20s and our 30s. We were invincible. I had no injuries. I thought that I was invincible. But at the age of 56, you're wise, you're mature, you know exactly, you're more connected to your body and what to do and not to do. So I think your experience and wisdom is very valuable to clients.
And you did mention that you had no injuries in the gym because of this approach, but did you have any other injuries at
Yes,
all?
I did. First of all, I had begun walking. And my walk had gotten so fast that it turned into a run. While I was running, I probably didn't have on the proper tennis shoes, because I have to tell you, ladies, I have very flat feet, and then I overpronate. So while I was running, I felt something on my right foot that hurt on the side. And I said, gee, what is this? But I was determined, there's that word, I was determined to finish that marathon. I was doing a marathon. And I said, I'm going to complete that. That's 26.2 miles. I completed that. And then I came home, and oh, my foot hurt me so badly. I went to a doctor, and he said, you have plantar fasciitis. How do you say it?
Yeah, plantar fasciitis,
Something like that.
Something like that. I know what it is.
Yes.
Foot condition.
Yes. So then I had to wear a certain shoe for a while, and after it got well, he explained to me that in running and walking, I cannot wear a tennis shoe that is not without an arch support in it, or either have arch supports made and put in the shoes. And that's what I do. And my foot healed, and I'm back out there.
That's awesome. I want to go a little bit back to your book. What is this book about? And what made you write it?
Well, I wanted people to know just what type of person I was as a youngster. And then I wanted them to know how I had gotten started training. And then also, as we've been talking, I wanted them to see some of the exercises that I was doing, and it's in the book. And I also wanted them to know about my trainer, because I'm very proud of everything that he has done for me through the years.
So it's basically an inspiration tool for other women, right?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Well, thank you for writing it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I also hear that one of your the people that you love to meet is Sylvester Stallone.
Oh my goodness.
Don't be blushing now.
Oh my goodness.
Sylvester, did you hear that?
Sylvester Stallone. Well, do you know, I was born June the 16th, and Sylvester Stallone was born July. So he's so much younger than me, but I would just really love to meet him. I found out that he would drink eggs. So I did some research, and I knew that just cracking an egg and drinking it wasn't too healthy. So I found a place where I could order egg whites, and I drink 6 glasses of liquid egg whites daily.
Really?
And when I drink it, I say, here's to you, Sylvester.
Wow,
That's what I need
there's
to
a lot of
do.
sacrifice. I
Yes.
really like this guy.
I do. I love
That's
it.
dedication, Sylvester.
But you touched a very good point with the egg whites. I would be curious, what is your diet like, right? 'Cause it's not just
okay.
workout, of
All
course.
right. I told you that I drink egg whites. The last thing that I drink at night before I go to bed is my egg whites. But in the mornings, I get up, I will have a glass of egg whites, I will have my oatmeal, I have walnuts, and then I will have maybe 1 pineapple, sliced pineapple, and in its own juice that comes in a can. Okay, so that's one meal. Then the next meal will be chicken, brown rice, chicken, brown rice, and greens, spinach. It's not processed, not at all. The next one will be tuna fish, and then a sweet potato. When I talk about food, oh boy, the sweet potato and broccoli. And then the next one will be turkey. And then I will have some other, like carrots or something like that. And I drink plenty of water. But I have my walnuts, they're very important. And there was a time that I wouldn't eat much fruit, but I have begun eating fruit now. I eat that, but I'm particular about what fruits that I eat.
I see. Because you are keeping a sort of caloric intake, right? Keeping an eye on that?
Yes.
So where are we taking it next? The fitness journey.
Well, if I could, if I just could meet Sylvester Stallone, I would love that so much.
And get a workout with him.
And get a workout with him. But then I really want to continue helping as many people as I can to live a healthy, happy, positive, confident lifestyle by number one, you have to have prayer with everything that you do. So with prayer, eating healthy, getting out walking, and lifting weights. That is what I want to do. I have more years behind me than I have in front of me. So what I have left, I'm repeating, I really want to help as many people as I can. And then the joy. Look at this joy that I've had the opportunity to sit here with you two lovely ladies whom I love very much. I've just met you, and don't you know I love you? Your personality is so beautiful, and you are beautiful, and you know you are beautiful too. So I still want to travel as long as I can and reach as many people as I can. I have people from Ireland, all over the world, writing to me, saying that they want me to come to their state or their country. If they call me and send for me, and if my trainer will see that I get there, believe you me, that is what I'm going to do.
Well said.
You know,
Well
and it's
said.
one thing that I always say, and I got this from Audrey Hepburn. You know, she was such a beautiful lady.
Yes,
Definitely.
class act.
Oh my goodness. And she had a quote that she used. And her quote was, "For beautiful eyes, always look for the good in others. For beautiful lips, only speak words of kindness. For poise, walk with the knowledge that you are never, ever alone." I love you both.
I love you
That's
too.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And with that said, I think we can't say anything more. Thank you so much, Ernestine, for coming and spending time with our audience and with
And
Flex
uplifting
Friday.
us. I literally feel uplifted.
I do
Your
too.
energy is absolutely
Right?
amazing. It's literally, in the end of the day, it's the beauty of the simplicity of life and sharing it with everybody else that makes the core of life and what's worth living it. So thank you for being here and
Yes.
sending us this message.
Yes.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes, yep. And another amazing episode of FemFlex Friday. Thank you for joining us.